Hello and good evening to all of you. My name is Hemant, and today we will going to discuss a very special topic. And this is the very basic topic and a very common topic between all of us, that why we want to be a civil servant, why we want to be an IS officer. We have many things to do in our life. Like you can be an engineer, you can be a lawyer, you can be a teacher, you can be a doctor, you can be anything else. There are various fields in society. So why you want to be an IS officer? The very basic question that I ask to the students whenever I meet them, when I greet them. And 90% of them are not able to answer this question. They just try to give excuses that it was a dream since my childhood, or my parents wants me to be an IS officer. I don't want to be an IS officer, or I have been preparing for this thing since my 10th standard. I opted like humanities, especially for the UPSC. By opting humanities doesn't mean that you will be an IS officer. By opting any stream doesn't make sure that you are the person who will be an IS officer. What UPSC requires? UPSC is not just giving you a job, it's giving you a responsibility to handle the entire team, to handle the entire city. It's just equal to the having a job like a CEO in any company. CEO has to deal with everything. The chief executive officer has to make sure everything works or functions smoothly. This is the same job like a manager. You have to manage everything. The education department, the police department, the postal department, the construction department, the PWD, everything is under you. So UPSC is looking for someone who can deal with all these odd situations. They don't just have to sit into the offices and using the government services and enjoy their life. They have to hustle. They have to discuss with the people who are living below poverty line, with the people who are living above millions of dollars income, with everyone. So UPSC is something that should be in your blood. That yes, these are the reasons, that this is the reason I want to be an IS officer. Just by having a dream or imagination, you can't be an IS officer. And not just an IS officer, there are many other fields, many other services also. For all of them, you are not eligible. Not even for the Group B services if you don't have that kind of positive approach towards your preparation. So what is that positive approach? What should you will keep in mind while preparing for the UPSC examination? There are few topics, few points that should always keep in your mind while appearing for the examination. This is not just an examination of your knowledge, of your memory. It's an examination of your understanding skills also, how you're dealing with the questions. It's not the school type questions or college type questions that you will buy a guest book or a model answer paper and you can answer the questions. This is something that you have to imagine. You have to understand the situation. You have to be in empathy, that what if I will be at that situation? What if I will be there? What will be my answer for all these questions? And if you have that much caliber to prove yourself that you have that kind of qualities, that you should be a person who will be appointed for this kind of rigorous job. Why I'm saying rigorous? That it looks very fantastic. It looks very beautiful that you are an IS officer. But being as an IS officer, you have a lot of responsibilities as well. A lot of pressure, political pressure, economical pressure, community pressure. So what should I do? Am I the right person to prepare for this examination? See, no one is born as an IAS or IPS, or no one is born as a doctor or engineer. This society This environment gives you the opportunity. By learning from the society, we decide our future, our career, where you have to go on. And this thing will definitely let you know, like, do you really deserve to be an IS officer? Just look at your surroundings. We have 10 people, right? For an example, I will want to discuss about it. For example, you have 10 people and all of them are from different economical background. All of them are from different states. All of them are from different uh, physical abilities. And you have to maintain the equal response with everyone. You cannot discriminate any single person, whether the person is rich or poor, the person is highly educated or uneducated. You have to let them understand that you have empathy with them. You are understanding their situation. Sympathy is something that lets you understand what has happened. But empathy is something that lets you feel, yes, this has happened. So you have to focus on the empathy. If you really understand the empathy, then I believe you are 10% better than those who are preparing and if you're doing the self-study. UPSC never requires a person who has bookish knowledge. And to be honest, this bookish knowledge is not going to help you at all. This may give you a clue, like what to write and from where to start. But the thing is that they will never gonna repeat the question again. This year, you might have taken a clue from a specific book, but next year they will not ask the same questions. What you will do now? I believe the UPSC is looking for those people who has that kind of extra efforts. I will not call it the luck or the assumption. I will call it the efforts, the hard work. And you might have heard the practice makes man perfect. The more you will practice, the more you will become perfect. You will be getting the perfection in the same field. But I have seen many people in UPSC preparing for last 10 to 15 years, and they are not able to crack the prelims itself. So what UPSC requires? Prelims is all about your knowledge. Prelims is all about your bookish knowledge. But the mains itself is, I always ask people, like, what you have done for the interview. They said, I have prepared everything about my life, about my knowledge, about my degrees and all, whatever they were gonna ask. And when I ask about people what you have done for your mains, they say, I have gone through all the books which is available in the market. But they have never gone through their life. The UPSC is looking for a realistic answer. It's not looking for a bookish knowledge. They already have a lot of people who have bookish knowledge. They are looking for the realistic knowledge with the examples. So you have to prove yourself that you are the right person who has the great knowledge about the surroundings, about the community, about your country, not just the bookish knowledge that this has happened in this particular year and I'm very aware of all these things. My friends, if you're a beginner, if you don't have any clue about all of these things, to be honest, to be very honest, start with the NCRTs. This has everything. In last 2 to 3 years, I have gone through the prelims examination, question papers, and I have found that somewhere around 8 to 10 questions are directly asked from the NCRT. So go through the NCRTs first. If you really want to prepare for the UPSC, if you are a graduate person, this may sound you awkward and this may feel you very low, but start with the NCRTs. These NCRTs and their level will let you understand whether you are the right person to understand the things which you have to face in examination. Basic things. And if you feel that you are not able to understand all these things, my friend, don't go for the UPSC. Don't just go for the UPSC. Reason being, there are many successful people who have never qualified UPSC, but they are more successful than an IS officer. Look for some other opportunities. If you feel like this, like I'm not able to understand the judiciary, I'm not understand to ab- I'm not able to understand the constitution, I'm not able to understand the society, the people, the polity, the economy, then it's not for you. Don't just waste your time. You can be more successful in some other fields if you're looking for some other options instead of going for UPSC. This may sound you very awkward. Instead of guiding you, motivating you, I'm asking you to leave this journey. Because if you're going for this particular occupation, the job which is offered by UPSC, you will regret even if you will get the job because you don't have interest at all. I have seen many people running institutions. They have qualified the UPSC with good ranking, but they are running the institutions, the coaching centers. What's the reason behind it? Do you think money is all about behind this all this concept? I don't think so. Money is everything for them because they can make good money while working in civil services also. Just because they have chosen the wrong field. And now when they are in their own field, they are doing a very great job. This is the basic difference. So as far as I know, like if you have decided about the UPSC and you really want to prepare for UPSC, start the preparation from NCRTs. Let the NCRTs understand you and let you understand the society. It's all about the society. It's all about your perception. It's all about your empathy, what you will be doing at that time. That's it. This is the basic requirement of UPSC. If you will put the bookish knowledge in mains examination, that will not going to help you out because there are 20,000 people who are writing the same answers. But the unique people will be selected. But those people will be selected who have given the different aspects about those questions. So my friend, if you want to prepare for UPSC, don't do the childish work. Just do a little bit research on it that am I the suitable person for applying this job? You are just appearing for a job. Keep this thing always in your mind. Just like other government jobs, like PSUs or any other government jobs, you are applying for a government job. When you are preparing for any other competitive examination, what are the precautions you have done? Most of the people answer me like, I have been in CGL, I have been a GST inspector, I have been a taxation officer, now I want to be an IS officer. For all these jobs, my friend, you have just given 20%. But UPSC requires you 80%. And that 80% is not sufficient because other people are also having that same 80%. So you have to be 81%. Then UPSC will hire you. So my friend, with all these words, I just want to request you, if you really want to start the preparation for the UPSC, just look at yourself. If you have a mirror in your room, just talk to yourself that do you really have that much caliber? If you don't want to waste your parents' hard work, hard earned money for some kind of coaching institutes, I have seen many people asking me that I don't have that kind of money. What should I do now? Joining a coaching institution is not a surety that you will be an IS officer until or unless you don't have that kind of caliber, you don't have that kind of ability to prove yourself. And if someone is really eager to join the services, he or she can prove herself by doing the self-study also. So my friends, focus on your strength. Focus on your weaknesses. Focus on your abilities. Focus on yourself. This is the key of success for UPSC. With all these words, I would like to thank you all of you for watching this video. I'm not very sure whether you will gonna like this video or not, but thank you so much for watching and giving your precious time to me. Thank you so much to all of you.